I'm Heather, and I have always loved to travel. So when I got the idea of driving across Canada by myself, I had to make it happen. I spent a year saving and planning for this trip, and on July 2nd, 2022, I headed out from my hometown of New Waterford, Nova Scotia, to drive 6,500 kilometers to Horsefly, British Columbia, and back again. It turns out there's more to see in this beautiful country than just the Trans-Canada Highway, and by the time I returned home 42 days later, I had gone 16,000 kilometers in my Jeep Wrangler, hauling a tent trailer. I had seen some amazing things, and had the definition of a trip of a lifetime. You want to hear me say that things didn't go exactly as planned, but the truth is there was no plan, only a sense of wonder. People ask me what the best part of the trip was, and truthfully, it was simply taking the trip. Come with me now as I share my adventures from coast to coast in this beautiful country that we call Canada. It's like I'm standing right in front of him.
Oh, he's so furry. He looks super healthy.
Oh my god. What is happening?
I didn't notice this out was short.
Order for Becky.
Arrive at Riding Mountain National Park. Arrived.
I am 30 kilometers southwest of Saskatoon, and I'm headed back to Saskatoon now to go to the farmer's market. Not because I have any particular interest in farmer's markets, although I'm sure it will be delightful. The campground I'm staying at is just terrible. There's nothing worse than seasonal campers, period. They just come and they live at the campground and their shit is everywhere. And they're screaming and yelling at their kids because it's like their home. They're not on vacation, so nobody has any grace for anything. This woman lined up the herd of children that were running around the campground last night that I can only assume it like belonged to her or involved her in some way. Because as a parent, I would never let her talk to my child like that. And she basically berated them for 45 minutes at like 10:30 at night, and I had driven for 10 hours. And I was like, oh, suck a dick. Like, shut the fuck up. Oh my God. Also, why bother going camping if that's the kind of fucking attitude you're gonna have? Like, I had to put my headphones in just to go to sleep because I just could not listen to this woman live her miserable fucking existence at this campground. And so the campground was really hard to find. It's like at the end of a highway and the entrance has moved. And so I get there and I'm pissed and I'm tired and I've already driven like the wrong way like 3 times. And there's just this barking woman. And yeah, I have lots of empathy and grace for parents, but I think this chick is a grandmother, so she feels like super entitled to her fucking opinion. Anyway, she just stands around smoking all day long around the barbecue, and there's children running everywhere, and they have an orange hog fence, which just, yeah. Anyway, that's all you really needed to know, was that I'm camping across from people who have erected an orange hog fence to keep the children, the herd, it's not safe. They're not doing a very good job of that at all. Anyway, I know I sound real judgy, but like, I'm on fucking vacation here and I don't want to listen to this attitude get her panties in a knot. So anyway, I was doing a little bit of work this morning and I think it's gonna rain, and so I said I better go out now before, 1, I pop a cap in this woman's ass, but then 2, it rains and I'm stuck in the camper all afternoon watching movies and reading, which is fine because I'm very tired. All that, though, is, you know, just like this much of this big, giant trip that I'm taking, and I won't even remember that fucking bitch when I leave here. So I'm here until Monday, and it's now Saturday. I rolled in last night, looked at my camping permit, and was like, oh my God, did I really book this place for 4 days? Oh, God. Previous Heather was so cute. I've discovered 2 nights is the perfect amount of time in a campground. 3 is pushing it. But 2 is great, and I'm actually at this campground for 3 nights. I was at the last one for 3 nights. The last one wasn't great either, but I'm doing lots of stuff to see and take in the scenery and have a great experience despite whatever seasonal campers are doing. Like, I'll never, ever, ever be a seasonal camper. I'm just, oh my God. The whole point is to be on the road, not screaming at your children or your grandchildren in public places. Like, yeah, totally. I scream at my kid all the time, but like, even my husband says, like, we're on vacation. Like, why are we picking fights? It just ruins it for everybody. Let's just, you let a lot roll off your back when you're dirty in the woods, but not these people. So anyway, I'm just getting out of camping, a campground for the afternoon. I'm going to go to the farmer's market. Hope I find some fudge. I love finding fudge in random places. Yeah, and I'm excited about being in Saskatchewan. I've never been here before. I drove through Regina yesterday. It was gorgeous. I should have get out of the car and did some stuff, but honestly, I was just so tired. I had a 10-hour day yesterday. I didn't realize I was crossing another time zone. And when you're on the road for 8 or 9 hours and losing an hour, it's not great. So I was pretty tired when I rolled into camp last night and realized I was in seasonal camper hell. But I slept great, and I was up this morning making all the fucking noise early because I think the sun is only down for like 4 hours in the prairies. The sun set, it was almost 11 before it was dark, and I woke up at 5 and it was bright, and slept until 8, and then get up and was like banging pots and pans and making noise, and I was like, I'll fucking show you guys. You want to make noise while I'm trying to sleep? I'm a morning person, bitches. You're fucking in trouble. So anyway, spite aside, I am genuinely having the best time of my life, and I am enjoying the most. I've had a few people ask me, what am I enjoying the most? I am enjoying the most that I am just doing this, and travel days. I enjoy travel days because of the routine around them. So on a travel day, I get up, I have breakfast, I collapse the trailer, I hook it up to the Jeep, and then I go have a shower, and I do my hair, and I'm nice and clean for the road. And you know, I drive 4 to 6, sometimes 8 hours, I guess. Last night was a little bit longer because I got lost, but
In 10 kilometers,
then when I get to
keep
my
right.
campground, I'm in, you know, I'm in nice and clean for bed. I set up the camper and can just hang out for a bit. So, yeah, I mean, I do love driving. The whole point of doing this is because I love driving. And so I noticed that driving days, my brain is a little more settled because I'm doing something. I don't have a lot of experience just hanging around campgrounds. Usually campgrounds are home base for me, and then I go out and I do a bunch of stuff. But on this trip, I am actually spending quite a few down days at the campgrounds. I've read like 400-page books and watched a lot of movies. I've slept a lot. I am doing a little bit of work off the end of my desk, but nothing major, an hour here and there. And just really enjoying the beautiful weather. I mean, I can't complain. It's hot as balls, and even though I think it's gonna rain today, it's still pretty warm. So it's yeah, I mean, it's almost hard to put into words like how I feel about this, and then I'm doing a poor job of documenting what I'm doing because I'm just enjoying it so much. So that's how I know I'm really having a good time, is I'm not worried about showing people what I'm doing or putting on so people can be like, oh, that's amazing. Like, we all do it, don't fucking judge. So that's how I know I'm like truly having an amazing time, is because I just don't care to share it. So it's been great. And this time next week I'll be in Kamloops, and I'll be picking my parents up at the airport a week from tomorrow, and then we're going to my uncle's for a week. And I'm really looking forward to that, but trying not to wish away the next 7 days, which is crazy. I've been on the road for 3 full weeks now. And my husband messaged me last night, and he said, you were a little worried about when you get to Saskatchewan that you'd be like, oh, fuck it, I'll just come home. He's like, how are you feeling? And I said, yeah, I think I'm in it to win it, man. Like, at this point, it would take longer to turn around and go home. And I cannot wait. My next stop is in a place called Cypress Hills, and that's supposed to be spectacular. And then I'm going to Canmore, Banff, and Jasper for 4 days. And I'm going to get to see some people there that I know. And yeah, I mean, I just feel like the best is yet to come, but it's been so incredible already. And so, anyway, I got a few minutes in the car here. Thought I'd vent, give you some updates. And yeah, that's what's going on. I'm going to try not to kill some seasonal campers in Saskatchewan. I wonder if they let you run a business from jail. I'm laughing, but I'm fucking serious. I'll talk to you later.